Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I am over here. I am Professor Diksha. And today I'm going to discuss the legal. What do you mean by legal aid? What is the definition of legal aid according to Legal Services Authority Act 1987? Then what is the purpose of creating a legal aid society or legal aid providing for legal aid? Why do we need to create a center for legal aid in the university? What are the criteria, and when will the legal aid be not given? What are the provisions which provides for free legal aid? What are the cases in which the legal aid what are the cases in which the legal aid can be given? What is the purpose of the legal aid? And certain other provisions which relate to the same. We are also going to discuss about the organizations. We are going to discuss what services the Legal Aid Services Authority Act, according to Legal Services Authority Act, we are providing to the individuals in need of free legal aid. So, firstly, before going into the very details of the free legal aid, so we are going to discuss what is legal aid. So, legal aid is a non-profit organization that serves the critical basic needs of the society. It is the civil legal aid. It can be known as the civil legal aid, and it is the kind of assistance which is given of counsel and legal advocacy for people who are living at or near the poverty in the legal matters that fall outside the criminal justice system. According to Section 21C of the Legal Services Authority Act 1987, legal service includes the rendering of any service in the conduct of any case or other legal proceeding before any court or other authority or tribunal, and of giving the advice on any legal matter. So, what is the purpose of legal aid? The very first purpose which the legal aid provision serves is that our Indian Constitution, in the preamble of our Indian Constitution, we have provided the word justice, which we say justice to be given in the form of social, economic, and political. And in order to affirm, uphold, and promote the very purpose, it is important for the state. It is the duty of the state to make certain provisions, to make certain rules and regulations that help in giving the equal opportunity to those who cannot afford it. So, this very second purpose which we talk about is to provide free and competent legal services to the weaker section of society. According to Article 39A, let's talk about the legislation, the legal provision. So, the Article 39A of the Indian Constitution, which talks about the directive principles of state policy, it has enjoined upon the state the duty to ensure that justice is given on the basis of equal opportunity by providing free legal aid. The legislation needs to provide for the free legal aid. So the second provision is section 304 of the Criminal Procedure Code 1973, wherein it says that if the accused does not have sufficient means to engage an advocate for his own defense, so then in that case, on the application of the accused, the court must provide, or the court must provide one of the defense of the accused at the expense of the state. So these are the legal provisions, the legal the law that provides for providing the legal services to the poor people or the weaker people or the people who cannot afford it. So then now let's move further in order to understand what kind of services are offered by the Legal Services Authority Act. So, the Legal Services Authority Act provides for the various kinds of services it offers. Firstly, it offers a service wherein payment of court and other process fee is to be given by the state only, is to be bared by the state only. The second service which it provides is charges for preparing and drafting and filing of any legal proceedings. Then the third is charges of a legal practitioner or legal advisor, because they have in their panel the paralegal volunteers as well as the legal aid counsels. So the cost of obtaining the decree, the judgment, the order, or any other document in the legal proceeding which is to be taken, उसके सारे के सारे जो cost है bear करता है state. Then the cost of all the paperwork, including the printing, translation, etc., that too also is borne out by the state expenses only. And the services wherein the particular areas wherein the free legal aid would not be given are the cases of malicious prosecution, defamation, contempt of court, perjury. Maybe the case relates to the proceeding regarding election. Maybe the case relates to the fine, the case wherein the fine is not exceeding rupees 50, and in certain economic offenses and social legal offenses which are committed, then the free legal aid will not be available in the cases where the person seeking the free legal aid is not directly concerned with the particular proceeding and does not have any interest, and whose interest will not be affected. So these are certain aspects which is important to understand while we say that we are going to participate, or we are going to be a paralegal volunteer. We need to understand what exactly things legal aid includes. So apart from this, there are various organizational structure it has, wherein the National Legal Services Authority Act is there in the national level. Then the State Legal Services Authority Act is there. Then at the district level, the District Legal Services Authority works. So these are the various levels wherein the state has tried to, wherein the legislature has tried to come up with the provisions which can help individuals facing issues and problems in dealing with their legal problems. So it is basically to uphold the right to free legal aid. This is a particular right which has been enshrined in the constitution, impliedly and expressly, also expressly in the preamble and impliedly in the very structure which we have various rights for which we can have access to. If someone breaches that right, we have this right to go to the court to assert it. And in case we are unable to assert those rights because of this thing that we don't have money to pay the expenses of advocate, then in that case, if the case is genuine, and if yes, genuinely you don't have money to pay to advocate, and because of that you are unable to get access to justice, so then in that case you can go to legal aid and can file the application in the court for getting the legal assistance from there. So with this, I am ending off and signing off my session. Thank you. I hope this video will be helpful in order to understand what we are going to do in the Legal Aid Society.